Hello everybody, this is Bronislava for HandMadeRukodelky. You don't see my face today because I have a bad hair day. Actually, I have 3 yarns over here and I have 3 types of needles. Okay, we will be making one hat with the same pattern, but one is going to be knitted on double pointed needles, one on straight needles, one on circular needles, and each of them is going to be also knitted with a different yarn. This one is thinnest, this one is like in the middle, and this one looks really thickest yarn. All right, and this pattern is going to be free, and again, links are gonna be below the video in the show more description section. In this video, I will be working with Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and what we will be working on exactly the same hat, again in a round, but this time using these needles, the circular needles. Okay, before I start working with circular needles, I cast on my regular needle, okay, on long needle. And then I start knitting with circular needles. Okay, and again we will do knit 1 and purl 1. And I do this because if I would cast on circular needles, I have to push these stitches from thin part to the thick part, which is a little bit annoying to me. Okay, but you can go and do whatever you want. Okay, and so I'm doing knit 1 purl 1, knit 1 purl 1, and I will do that all the way to the end of the row. And all you people who knit with English style, you just do it in English style. It will come out exactly the same. Knit 1 and purl 1. Okay, okay, so I finished my first row, and what we need to do now is we need to connect it into a circle like this. But as you see, the loop is too long, so what we need to do is create that magic loop. We will have one loop over here and then one loop over here. Okay, but we need to count 27 stitches, which is gonna be our half. 54 divided by 2 is 27, right? So count 27 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, that's 20. 2 4 6 7. Okay, so this is my half, and I am going to pull my, between 27 and 28 stitch, I'm going to pull my string, my wire out, okay, like this. Now we are going to, we must make sure this is not twisted right there, okay, and we will need to start knitting on, this is where we finished. Let me see, is that, no, this is where we finished, this is our end, this is our end. Okay, this is where we finished. This yarn goes to the ball, and we need to start working over here. So the way we need to start working in here in this particular stitch is that we need to have this tip all the way in there, right there. Okay, we need that loop over here, and then we need to pull this one and create another loop just like this. Okay, and now let me see, we just need to, let me just see if I can go and twist it. Okay, that's gonna be good enough. And we will go and start knitting with the with the loop in here. Okay, so let me grab this yarn, and so I will be knitting this way with continental style. I would go like this and start knitting. And if you are English knitter, you have to make sure that you are nicely lined up over here. And with English style, you would go and start knitting this way, okay? This is how you would go and do it with English style. So this is knit, and now purl. And knit stitch. Whoops, knit stitch this way. I get so confused with the English style that it's not even funny. Okay, purl. Purl stitch now. I'm probably confusing you too, right? Okay, knit stitch in the back, yarn in the back, and then this way. Good. Okay. Yarn in the front and purl stitch. Yarn in the back and needle this way, not this way. And yarn in the front and purl. Okay, knit and purl. And I will try to speed this up so I can show you what I'm doing with my loops. You see, now I am finished with my stitch over here. So what I need to do, this is starting to turn, you have to make sure that this doesn't go this way and start knitting in a very funny way, okay? Just push this into proper position in here. So now we're finished in here, and we need to start working over here, okay? So this needle has to go here. So you see, I'm pushing my needle in here, and this is becoming longer, this loop, okay? But we need to go and start knitting, but we cannot do it unless we have loop right here. Okay, so now we have loop here, and I have loop over here, and I can just continue knitting, my purl stitch, because my last stitch over there was knit stitch, so here is purl stitch, and then I continue knitting, knit and purl, and I will do that all the way again to the end. So this is my second row, okay? Knit and purl, knit and purl. Okay. Take your needle out, make sure that it's gonna be again lined up over here, okay? And we will push this needle. So we will be taking stitches from this needle now and working them, putting them on this needle. So again, we have big loop here, and we need to create loop between these two with this one, and continue knitting. Continue knitting, knit and purl stitches, okay? Knit and purl. Knit and purl. And this is my third row, and I will finish 8 rows total, okay? And when I have 8 rows total, then I will go and do my 3 rows just knitted. Okay, I have 8 rows, and now I will be knitting 3 rows. In the third row, I will put my markers in, okay? So again, I push this needle in, then pull this needle out to make the second loop, okay? So we will just knit 2 rows, And then in third row, like I said, I will show you how to put markers in. We will be putting markers every 9 stitches. All right, this is my third row, okay? And I will be putting my markers in, and I will be putting them every 9 stitches, okay? So I will knit 9 stitches, and you do it in English style if you like to knit in English style. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I'll put my marker in, and I will knit 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And we will put marker in, and we will knit 9 stitches. And when I finish this, we don't need to put marker after these 9 stitches because we have a loop in here. You see, with the double pointed needles, I was working with 3 needles, okay? But this is like sort of like working with 2 needles. This is 1 needle with 3 sections, and this is second needle, okay, and we will have 3 sections in here. That means 2 markers in here, okay? So again, push, pull, knit 9 stitches, put marker, okay? Okay, again, push this needle in first, and we will start working on my pattern and pull this one out. So we have 2, again, we have 2 loops. Okay, so in my other video, which you can go and watch, because I'm gonna go and show you only very first section, and then you will repeat it on these next 5 sections, okay? Knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, purl 1, and knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And I will repeat this in these 5 next sections plus 1 more row, okay? And now I am on to row 14 and 15. Again, I will be repeating throughout the 2 rows this section, okay? So we will knit 3 stitches, then we will purl 3 stitches, purl 3 stitches, and we will knit 3 stitches again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, marker and repeat. And I also want to mention that since I am doing this in Continental, in my other video, you will see it in also in English style, okay? Just in case this is kind of confusing you. Okay, now we're gonna be working on row 16 and 17, and we will be knitting 2 stitches. So I will knit 2, 1, 2, purl 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and knit 2 stitches. 1, 2. Move my marker, and I will repeat. Knit 2, purl 5, and knit 2. Okay? And again, I will do that entire row plus 1 more row, so 16 and 17. So row 18 and 19 are done this way. Knit 1 and purl 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and knit 1. Okay, and again you will knit 1, purl 7, knit 1. You will do row 18 and again row 19. Okay, rows 20 and 21 will be knitted this way. We will knit 1, we will purl 3, 1, 2, 3, we will knit 1, we will purl 3, 1, 2, 3, and we will knit 1. Okay, and we will repeat it again. Knit 1, purl 3, knit 1, purl 3, knit 1. Finish the row and repeat it in one more row. So basically row 20 and 21. And now we will be working on row 22. We will knit 2, 1, 2. We will purl 1. Now we will knit 3, 1, 2, 3. We will purl 1 and we will knit 2, 1, 2. Move the marker. And again, knit 2, these 2, purl, knit these 3, purl, and knit these 2. And repeat just in this one row, okay? Not 2 rows, only 1 row. Okay, I'm done. And now I will knit 4 rows. Okay, so just knit 4 rows. Only knit. Okay, now we will start decreasing. And if you watched my other video, you know that you will decrease this way. We will knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will knit 2 together. And knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, knit 2 together. You will repeat this all the way to the end of the row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, knit 2 together. If you're doing it in English style, then you can go and watch my other video where I'm showing it in English style, okay? In row 29, we will knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we will knit 2 together. And we will knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and we will knit 2 together. And repeat this all the way to the end of your row, okay? This is my 30th row, and I will knit entire row, okay? All around in here. Okay, in this row, we will knit 2, okay? And then we will knit 2 together. Knit 2, and knit 2 together. We will go and put our needle in the right position, and now this is my row 32 and we will knit entire row. Okay, and this is my row 33, and we will knit 1, okay, and knit 2 together, knit 1, knit 2 together, and now what we just need to do is to pull this yarn through all these stitches. Okay, and I will pull the stitches through. If you have problem, do it with 2 stitches at a time. Let me show you 2 stitches at a time. Okay, so I inserted my end and going in that direction, right? So I can pull this yarn through, and let's go and make it like this, make it longer, so you have it long enough. So you will pull it through both stitches, okay, and then you can go and do 2 again, or 1 if you want. You could do it with 1 stitch also, 1 at a time, but I usually do it with lots of stitches. I will show you right away. Very good. Now we just need to tighten it and pull on this one. Pull on this one, okay. Tighten it some more. Pull. Okay. Go with the, make a stitch in there with the hook. Okay, and now we need to cut our yarn, and I don't have my scissors in here. So I'm going to cut my yarn, and I'm going to weave my ends in, okay, and look at this, and we have heart just like we have heart in this one, okay. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much again for watching this video if you're knitting on circular needles, and I guess I will see you another time.